Right. So my name is Ash Level. I'm a visual artist. I do graphic design, video, like the video I shot there, and then I also did the intro video for. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this all the way up. I did the intro video for Black Ignite, which is really dope because I got to see everybody's kind of like what they're about. That's really in alignment with what like my purpose is and what I'm supposed and what I am in doing in life right now. I'm gonna start this back right here. So before I really start, I wanted to just mention like the reason that I feel like I'm here and everyone's talk was mad inspiring and like I don't know, it was really great and it was inspiring, but I can't help but to think about all the people that didn't have the access to share about their stories or to even have like the freedom to create because they had to go do X, Y, and Z, and creativity wasn't really an option for them or something that they never saw growing up. So like in my talk tonight, I really want to like also honor and like hope that we can give them space as well, and obviously too for the generations coming up after us. um so yeah, so that was that. uh So I'm a visual artist, creative director, community advocate, business owner. It's always been kind of difficult for me to find like a 9 to 5 or whatever because it's never like something that encompassed everything because community is extremely important to me and so is creativity. And sitting behind a desk all the time doesn't really give me full access to that. Um, I'm gonna go through when Heather told me about the theme being transitions. I was like, yo, every second is a transition. As a creative, as a Black person in America, like every second, like everything is crazy. So I'm gonna talk about some of my transitions in my work life since I moved to New York, which was about 6 years ago. One of my first clients was Yama Talent. She is it's a yoga company. They work with yoga celebrities around the world. They call it. Um, and yoga isn't really a Black space. So to have like these really dope yogis, and be able to like get to know them and talk to them and kind of even understand what yoga was, because I was never interested in any type of yoga because it's like white. But these three women I met were super dope. The one in the middle, Faith Hunter, she was one of the first people to be on the front of the yoga magazine in like 35 years, and I got to like work with her. Chelsea was Janelle Monet's yoga teacher, and then Jessamine just like really like cracked the door open on a lot of body positivity and just yoga, and she's very like dope. Like if y'all know who she is. Also this year in yoga, the first all black yoga teacher training happened, which is a super cool, dope event. Um, I also, did the video, did the shirts, the logos, all the recording, did her headshots. Like I kind of do like all of the above. And it's really exciting because I'm always in connecting with the community. Like I said, like connecting to the community and connecting with my people is a must for me. I can't really sit in someone's office all day and not be able to like connect with what I'm doing. Another project I did was with Lunch on Me, where we fed organic food to the homeless people in LA, and we also started doing it in New York. But it was super cool because BuzzFeed hopped on, like a bunch of people hopped on, but it was all like let's see how we can make whatever we're doing look really cool, really relevant, and like just bring an audience. Recently, I started up this whole Ash Academy thing, art school. Like people have said prior and the talks before mine, art school isn't really accessible sometimes. For some it is maybe, but obviously you don't need the stats to know that we get lack of opportunities. And art school is mad expensive, and it's wild. So I've started doing Illustrator online for donation base, and if you can't um, do anything, everyone can still come. We did everything that I raised from the donations. I donated to families that are affected with COVID, and then also some like the evictions that are happening. Some families that were kind of struggling there too. It was really cool. Um, it's just some more work. I worked with some youth in like Brooklyn, Lower East Side, Manhattan. Um, this was like really close to me because when I was working with the homeless people, I worked with youth before homeless people, and then I worked with homeless people, and it's just like a cycle. Like the we don't have access to the right cameras. We don't have access to this. We don't have access to this. I could barely run this photography class the way that it should have been. And I just feel like when kids are taught creativity and just stuff at a young age, obviously they have resources and they have outlets and they know the things that they can turn to before, you know, life goes all the way left. Just more community work, New York Art Party. So finally, to tie all those things and all the work that I've done up until this point together, I've started a kind of like a creative agency called Presence of Color, somewhere where I can just take all of the things that I do and make it one. I'm not really interested in being in spaces that don't want me there. All of these things that have been happening are not new. They've been around, and for people to like start coming around now and like having all these, oh, you know, diversity and inclusion, like I feel like for you to even have to say those words, that doesn't live in your space. I really want to create my own spaces with my own people, and I've done a pretty cool job of that. And that's my truth, that's my purpose, and I want to create not only the space for me, but for everyone else as well. Um, the name Presence of Color came from the importance of being present as a Black creative. Behind this is like a whole bunch of people that have gotten murdered by the police. And it's just like the overlapping and stuff. I feel like half the time, all the time, my brain is like in shambles because of like what's going on. Sorry, of what's going on. And then like, you know, you go to work and they're like, you know, send me that email, do X, Y, and Z. It's like as if, you know, there's not really big things going on. And I wanted to create a space that we don't have to deal with that. Like we can support each other and we can just work and we can create and we can be artists. So this is some of like the behind the scenes that I've done with Presence of Color. Um, this is my crew. This is my family. This is what we do. We have fun. We create. We make cool stuff. And being present is our process. We're not in every space, and we're not able to just be ourselves and like who we are. And I think that that's just my whole thing with Presence of Color. So this is kind of our little one-liner. This is a little hush project we're working on right now. Some pictures that we just took over the weekend. It's gonna be a video. It's gonna be real nice. And then what we need is like we need money. We need access. We need resources. We need mentorship. I know I'm not the only one out here doing this. I'm down to collab with everyone who wants to collab. Consistency, sponsorship, and follow through is really what will help elevate and amplify what I'm trying to do as a Black designer. And that, oh yes, and this wonderful quote, I was talking to my friend the other day, and he said, the only justice we get will be the justice we create together. And like that just hit really hard because I think sometimes we're waiting for another system to like help us out or whatever. And it's just like, no, we got it all. We just really, you know, we have to do it. So that's it. Thank you.